Hello, everyone. Welcome to day 7 of your transformational journey with us. Today, we are going to talk about pyramid meditation with Pari ma'am. And there are very interesting topics that we have discussed in last 6 days. Just a reminder, if you miss any, please don't forget to revisit our YouTube channel. The link will be posted in our WhatsApp group chat. And housekeeping, please grab a glass of water, pen, and paper so that you can write down your experiences. Again, we would like to mention we would love to hear your experiences. So you can reach out to us on WhatsApp or through Facebook, through Instagram, or emails and share your experiences. And we would like to post it on our social media. With this, I would request Sarvoj to please play the music. Thank you.
Thank you, Shivani. Hello, guys. Today we'll start with the grounding
Yes.
exercise as I discussed yesterday. So first we will ground. It's an 8-minute grounding audio, and then we will move into Anapanasati until the end. So for Anapanasati today, there are no instructions because you know how to do it. So we'll just play music and then you continue with the meditation. Okay. So for grounding, you can sit in any position you want. You can, if you want to clasp your hands, you can. If you do not want to, you do not have to for the grounding. But for the Anapanasati, you know how to sit, clasp your hands, cross your legs, and observe your breath and remove your glasses. Okay, let's begin.
We are going to start by running our energy and raising our energy and come into a deep meditative state. So let's begin by creating a cloud in the center of the room. A huge, white, fluffy, luminous cloud. And just take a few in-breaths and let those in-breaths surround any energy that you wish to release. Any energy of others, any confusion, any energy of change that has come up. Breathe in, surround it with your breath, and just breathe out. Releasing it into the cloud, and again, just a couple of more breaths. Give it a vibration with a little sound, facilitating its release. And then once again, breathe in, breathe out, and release that cloud up into the light, into the light of the sun, and let it be perfected and released. You can imagine the cloud going through the window into the sun and burning away. Let it all go and let it be gone. And now let's cut our grounding cord, the native gravity below our feet, below the root chakra, base of our spine, and at our hands. Cut all those energetic forces of gravity, releasing our old grounding cord, and create a brand new one in the present time awareness. Choose a color, whatever color you like, whatever comes to your mind. and allow those energetic cords to flow down through the various layers of the earth, down through the soil and clay, the heated cavernous places of rock, down through the ocean beds, through the deepest oceans that exist now in present time, and down through the tectonic plates, the crust of the earth, into the heart of the planet called Gaia. Gaia, 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 Gaia. Allow your body to feel grounded. Perhaps you even sense awareness coming into deeper place within you, within your torso, within your mind. Feeling your fingers and toes just a little bit more. As you ground more fully into Gaia, we then call the name Ra, the name of the creator being, the name of the sun, Ra, Ra, Ra. Allowing it to wash down through the upper chakras, monad, and the higher self, flowing down to the ground, washing through the brain and the eyes down. The back of your eyes, washing down, the light pouring through, down through the pineal and the pituitary gland, down through the brows and the fifth chakra, down to the throat chakra, the creative and communication center of the body, down through the heart, washing, cleansing, filling the body with light as it moves down to the solar plexus, the chakra that controls the energy flow of the body, your control center, down to the second chakra, the energy center of emotions, just below the navel, and down to the root chakra at the perineum below the tailbone, and down through the legs and feet, bringing light, flowing through and over your body, just as if you're standing under a rain shower, the shower of light, flowing endlessly, cleansing and bathing the body. Allowing it to flow all the way down to the heart of the planet. Gaia, Gaia, Gaia. Allow the energy to flow down the back channels of the spine, down through the entire body, through the feet into Gaia. And then as our energy connects with Gaia, it comes back up through the front channels of the feet and spine and out the head, back to the solar being, Ra, Ra, creating a continuous flow of light from the as above to the so below. And allow the energy to flow. Let it come out through your arms and hands and fingers. Feel the energy flowing. Feel it. Fill your energy body, your auric field. Allow it to surround you, bathe you. As this energy flows, allow your awareness to drop into the depths of your heart. Let it come down from the mind, your behind the eyes, down into the heart. And take 3 deep heartfelt breaths. Just breathing through your heart, in and out through your heart. Breathing deeper and slower than usual. And come into a quiet, meditative space. Entering into Anapanasati meditation. Just observing your breath, your natural, gentle, calm breath.
Last 1 minute, being with our breath. Last 30 seconds. Easy, normal breath. With your next breath, I invite you to place your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And as you remove your hands, gently open your eyes. Welcome back. Let's give a big clap to the meditation. A wonderful meditation today on a Friday night. It's a great thing, and I congratulate each and every one of you for being here on a Friday night and showing up for meditation. So big congratulations. It's not a easy thing to commit to yourself, to your own progress. So I'm happy that you're here. And today we are going to talk about pyramid meditation, about pyramid energy. What is pyramid energy? And especially for PSSM, Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement, the big part is pyramids. Pyramids are the gateway into understanding the science, spiritual science, into understanding the into connecting spirituality with science. So pyramids are a big gateway. So when we start exploring what is pyramid energy, what is pyramid power, we start learning or discovering the secrets of the universe. So it's very interesting. Today I noticed that we don't have 2 days. Normally we do pyramids introduction and advanced. So today I'm going to club quite a bit from both. So it's going to be a little, I'm going to go dive into it, right into it. And if you have any questions, we'll take it at the end as well. And I will stop by your 10:20. 10:15, 10:20 will stop. Okay. So let's begin. I see Satish from Malaysia. Malaysia is also starting. Welcome, Satish. Please share something about yourself.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah. I started meditation since from last year, December. I have so much changes in my day-to-day activities. I'm seeing so much evaluation in myself. Yeah.
Wow. Wonderful. And I will be in Malaysia this year, by the way.
Yeah.
December 2nd for the event, I'll be there in Malaysia.
Sure, ma'am. Yeah.
So we should meet.
Sure, ma'am.
Okay, let me go and start sharing the presentation for today. Okay, so pyramids, let's dive into it. Do any of you, did you know any about pyramids before this meditation, other than Egyptian pyramids? Anyone who knew about pyramids or have studied pyramids, pyramid energy, have watched ancient history channel on History TV? Yes, yeah, Sarvoj has done it. Wonderful. Because that's the only place you will see pyramids, is ancient history channel. Okay, all right. So this, okay, wonderful. Let's begin. I'm going to share some of my story as well, so you'll learn about me today a little bit. So let's begin with his quote for today. Pyramids are wonderful special structures which take you away from your mind and into your heart. The mind is always materialistic and the heart is always spiritual. So he says pyramids are wonderful special structures which take you away from your mind into your, from your mind into your heart. The mind is always materialistic and the heart is always spiritual. For me, both mind and heart are pretty same. So yeah. So this is, so he says that pyramids are a gateway into your heart. Now, what is that? We'll learn. And also another quote he says, today's age is the pyramid age. If we travel in our meditation to other galaxies and visit other galactic civilizations and communities, we will find pyramids everywhere. Now, this is a pretty bold statement coming about visiting other galaxies, other civilizations, and finding pyramids there through our meditation. So what is that? We will see a little, what does he mean by that? We'll see in a bit. Okay, so who am I? So basically I want to introduce myself again. So I was born in India, Hyderabad, and I was born and raised there, and I moved to and I was born in a very middle class family. And since my childhood, the one thing that I've learned is about meditation. That's all I've learned. So I've never been to a temple for worshiping, and everywhere, every day, for me, talking about our dinner conversations included talking about past lives, kundalini. Oh, what is your past life? This is my past life. This is what we used to talk in the as early in my childhood on my dinner table. Today kundalini awakening has happened. Today I went to this world, or I actually traveled here. So this was my normal world. This is who I what I knew until I came to college. And since until then I was I was just anything I wanted. Although we didn't have money, my father left his job when I was probably 8 years old, and he left his job. He said, okay, my purpose is teaching meditation, and I'm going to teach meditation for free. I will not charge money. And my mother was in panic. Oh my goodness, now you're going to leave your job. And he was the only breadwinner, and there was, as I said earlier, there was no concept of saving in our house. So it was a pretty she was in panic, and she didn't know how to manage, as anyone would panic. Although we didn't have money as we were growing up, but I always had everything I wanted. I traveled the most. I met most amazing people. um if if I didn't want to go, I was manifesting every day. If I didn't want to go to school, the teacher would cancel the class, or something would happen, and I would go with my father, travel, trek, go into forest, do so much. Everything used to happen very, very organically, very very easily. There was never a struggle in that sense. Now that was interesting that I was able to manifest all my life until I came to US. I came to US in 2004, and that is when I started like, okay, you know what? I want to see the other side. In the sense, I want to see the normal world, what normal people experience, in the sense who didn't believe in meditation, who didn't believe in energy. So I was very drawn in my teenage, I was very drawn to the other world, in the sense like, okay, what is partying, what is this, what is that? I need to get out of my, I was like, you have to believe me, at that point I was like, if it is PSSM or meditation, I would run away, because I was like, you know what, I want to see, I want to experience the other side, I want to just cut off from this world. So in my teenage, since teenage, it started as a, and because anyway, and then also at that point, when my father used to come home, there used to be 100 people in the house. So whenever he was in town, I would run away. I would go to my friend's house or something. Because at that age, you want the privacy, you want this, you want that. And so I was very rebellious at that point. So that's how I came to US, and I surrounded myself with people who didn't believe in what I probably believed, who didn't believe in manifesting your life, who didn't believe in you create your own reality, which is a topic that we're going to talk in a couple of days. So I was very excited. I was like on top of, I was like on cloud nine, enjoying life, because it was new, it was something new to me, and I was like, it was exciting, until the burnout started, until I was drawn into fear, until I was, because everybody believed that we had to struggle in life. We had to, things don't come easily in life. We had to do what we don't love in our life. Life is hard. You have to sacrifice so much to gain money or to get money. So there was a lot of that belief systems that I was drawn into it, because I accepted that them as mine, to be belonged, to be loved. I wanted to be loved. I wanted to belong to that group or to that society. So there was a lot of mindset shift that I had to go through, and ultimately that resulted in me living in fear, me living in people pleasing. If you had met me like 20 or in 2010 or 5, since 6 or 7, you would be like, I would be like, Sarvoj, I would be just speaking what you want to hear. I would not speak my mind. I would not speak what I believe in, because uh, I was living in fear. I would not want to hurt anyone around me, because I believe that is how I respected them. That is how I showed my concern, my love, expressed my love. So I was a big people pleaser. I was struggling. I was living in fear, and this continued. I was in IBM. So I got into a corporate job. I was doing pretty well in everything. For 10 years I struggled with this, until I realized, until I hit my rock bottom. And like, and I didn't even have confidence to talk about meditation. I couldn't talk about meditation to anybody. I was meditating, but I would not share about it to anybody. I would not talk about it to anybody unless they came and asked me. So this is how my life used to be. And from there, and with that lot of issues started. When I said rock bottom, I had migraines, severe migraines. Oh my goodness. I would lock myself in the room. This is after I got married. You should not ask my husband Mihir. He will tell about this story. Is I would lock myself in the room, and no light. When you have a migraine, any light, any sound will trigger the mind, it will elevate it. It's like a hammer in your head. So 3 days I would just lock myself in. God forbid if he makes some sound, or if he puts TV louder, he is done for the day. He's like, I'll become the crazy Kali Mata or whatever you want to say, and make his life hell. And from that point, and now today, is absolutely no headaches, no migraines, nothing. And this all happened because gradually, when I hit my rock bottom, that is when I decided that I need to change my reality. I believe that I have the power to change my reality. I believe that there is no savior who is going to come and save me from from where I am. And also at that point, so there was a big awakening, which I'll talk about it later in the classes. You'll know everything about me by the end of this through these stories. So there was an awakening where I decided to take my power back. There I said, okay, enough is enough. I'm going to change my life. And that is when I started really researching about what is pyramids, what is meditation, what is energy. And this, until then, I knew because I my first pyramid, let me go back here. You know what, I'll tell you. So today I am a spiritual entrepreneur. I run my, we do the nonprofit PSSM Global all over the world. I also run my own business as a coach. I work one-on-one with people now, helping them attract what they love by subconscious mind programming, vibrational layering. I teach courses about crystals, about pyramids, about I do stress management, corporate training. So there's a lot that I'm doing right now. I quit my 9 to 5 job and I started that business in 2017, and I've been doing that since then. And also I founded a program called the Real Midlife Makeover Hardcore Transformation System. This is for all um, uh, people who are struggling and who probably thought that was their life purpose, and now do not know where they are or have clarity in life. What is their purpose? How do they get to it? So I work with them. Also, I have got trained myself in a lot of different stuff. And of course a full-time mom, by the way, two beautiful children. You see their pictures here, Nirvan and Ziva. Now they are 8. The older one is going to turn 8 and the younger is 6. I was told that I couldn't get pregnant. I was told that the doctor said I had like 5 or 10% to get pregnant. And that's when actually it all started. Like, how can doctor tell me I cannot be a mother? And that's when triggered everything. Like, okay, I'm gonna make it happen, because I am a creator. I can create. And of course I have 2 beautiful children now. So this is this is where I am right now. I am traveling to wherever I am called, to teach meditation, to do events. Anywhere you say, Pari, come here, can you take a class? And I'm there. So this is what I do, but this is not how it all began. As I said, this is the first pyramid in India that I ever knew. This is the Buddha Pyramid Meditation Center in Kurnool in Andhra Pradesh. It's a small town there. This was built in 1990, 92 was completed. And this was my home. Like, this was where I grew up, literally. I would meditate here for 10 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, 16 hours as a kid. And it's not just me. I'm no special. All the kids did it. So it's not just me. So at that point, all my friends were meditators who were, coming from different nearby cities like Tirupati, Anantapur, Guntakal, Dharmavaram. So all these places were now getting into meditation at that point in 1990s. So they would all come here. It was like a festival. We would all sit. Our summer camps were meditation camps. Our summer camps were silence retreats, being in Mauna. Now you can imagine how I grew up, in my early days. So it was pretty interesting. It was a very different lifestyle from what, from everyone. But it was a lot of fun, also a lot of fun. So this used to be my backyard growing up. And so I knew what pyramid was. I knew that there is some energy in pyramids, but I didn't really know how it worked, what it was. I didn't know the science behind it. I just knew that, okay, pyramids are great. But if somebody would ask me why pyramids are great, I didn't have any answer. So again, as I said, I was into corporate. 2009 I got into it. I'm not, this is again, this picture is pretty, this is in Seattle in 2012. This is Don Paris and Ilona Silky. Let's see, I'm going to show some pictures. Ilona Silky. This is where in 2012, when he came to US, a kind of a, I would say a shift has begun in 2012 within me. My father, he would not tell me anything. Like, he would not tell me, Pari, you should do this or you should do that. Or even when I said, Dad, this is my boyfriend, I'm going to marry this guy, he'll be like, okay, very good. The next day I'm going to tell him, literally this happened. After 3 months, I called him and said, Dad, I'm sorry, I'm not marrying this guy. I broke up with this guy. And I was like, okay, wait. And what he would do is, he would normally sit with like 10, 15 people around. So he would be like, hello everyone, my daughter just broke up with her fiance or whatever, let's clap. And he would make everybody clap. This is how he used to be. And I'm like, okay, fine, okay, done. And the next day I would call, okay, I'm marrying this guy now. So he is like, literally, the what we are telling is about non-interference. We do not interfere in anybody's lives, even if it is our own child or own husband or wife, parents. So we all have it. I always had that responsibility to make the choice, because nobody was there to tell me that do this, do that, or marry this guy or marry this guy. So I was very on my own and trying to learn things on my own. So he never told me to meditate or teach meditation ever. If I wanted to do it, I would do it. If not, no. So for me, to be where I am right now is not nothing to do with him. It's all because I want to do this. I want to be here. I want to meet everybody. So it's a organic process that began in 2012. And 2014 is when, I said I wanted to become pregnant, and all that stuff started. That awakening process started. These are some interesting pictures. This is Temple Hayes, a very good friend, Ray Chandran. I'm sure maybe you would probably know. He wrote a book called DNA of the Spirit, very amazing book. This is Joseph Marcello. So this guy wrote a book on pyramid power, Joseph Marcello. So we went and met him, and now he is a very good friend of mine, and really kind of a mentor as well within the pyramid world. And this is some pictures. This is in Dhyanama Chakram doing Annadana. So and also went into military here in US to teach for the wounded warriors. So people who go to war and come back, they are in PTSD, they are in a lot of trauma. So teaching meditation for them was very interesting. And you know what? I was so nervous. I'll tell you, this was a few years back, to go to military and teach about meditation and pyramid energy. I was so nervous. I was like, I don't know if I can do it. How will I teach military guys? They will be very rude, very cold. I don't want to do it. So I was in a, you know how it is. I was in a very back foot. But anyway, I was like, okay, chalo, let's just do it. So I went there. To my surprise, they were so open-minded. They knew about pyramid energy. They absolutely knew. So the government knows about pyramid energy. When I didn't have to teach anything, because they knew what I was talking about. They knew about sound therapy. They knew about all this stuff. So it was pretty interesting that they were actually, you can see pyramids here, they were actually very open in trying everything. So that was very interesting for me to see that they know this is not something new. Pyramids are not new here. And then I worked, so in the last couple of years back, I created this course, Pyramid Mastery course, where it is in-depth information about what pyramids is and how do you implement that in your everyday life and all that. So let's begin about pyramids. See the origin of the word pyramids, Pyra Amid. Pyra means fire, fire in the middle. In Egyptian language, it was also known as Per Neter. That means house of energy, literally means house of energy. So whether it is fire in the middle or house of energy, they are saying that there is something inside this pyramid that they are intrigued by it. There's some energy inside it. So so let's see what that is. This is where the origin comes from. Now, pyramids around the world. There are pyramids. Now, we always have known that pyramids are just in Egypt, but that's not true. Pyramids are everywhere around the world. This is in Bosnia, the pyramid of the sun and the moon. It is twice the size of the pyramids of Giza. So, Sam Osmaganic is the discoverer of those pyramids in Bosnia. Wonderful guy, and lot of research is happening there. Lot of healing is happening there. It's incredible. If you ever get a chance to go to Bosnia, please do. And these pyramids are in Sudan, in Africa, not just Egypt. These are 240 pyramids built in Sudan. And these are called Nubian pyramids. The angles are different in Nubian pyramids. Indonesia, Cambodia, pyramids are there. There are pyramids in China, Africa, we just said, Tibet, and pyramids in Australia too, by the way. Pyramids in America, Alaska, Europe, everywhere, in even underground pyramids in Ohio. Recently, they found underground pyramids. So there are pyramids in Mesoamerica, of course, in South America, in Mexico. When I go to Mexico, if you go to Mexico, every city has a pyramid. And interestingly, the angles are very similar. Very interesting. And these pyramids are so ancient that they were built like pre-medieval time, when there was no trade or travel involved, when people were not traveling from, there was no internet, nothing. People are not traveling for trade. These independent civilization were building these pyramids. Now, interesting point is, how did the civilizations get the exact angles, similar angles in different parts of the world? How did they get that information when nobody was traveling and telling them this is what you should do? How did they, and and all these pyramids were in alignment to the north, true north. How did that happen? How did they were so precise in getting this information? This is a very interesting point. So these are all other pyramids too. There are pyramids in Middle East, Iraq, Iran. Different shapes though, it's not just the similar. So this is a picture I took. This is not my picture. I took it from Facebook. So I stole from there, but I thought this was a very good picture. So I kept it in this. Somebody did great work in putting everything together. So pyramids everywhere, not just on Earth. Pyramids are in the universe, around the universe. These are NASA pictures. Pyramids on Mars, pyramid on Ceres, the dwarf planet. So pyramids are around the solar system. Now, who is going around and building these pyramids, and why? Why are they building pyramids? Why are they not building any other shape like an icosahedron or a dodecahedron or a Merkaba or something? But why a pyramid? So that was see, for me, I love integrating science with spirituality, because if something is around for so many years and something is seen in different parts of the civilizations, then there is something to it. Why that is happening? Who is doing it? Who is building all these things? It's an interesting question. And the Giza pyramid, this is actually the pyramid how it used to look like before. It was eroded by the climate, and on top there was this gold capstone, golden capstone. So it was covered by limestone, white limestone, the whole pyramid. It used to be apparently gleaming. Even from Israel, when you see it, it used to like glow. That was in the pyramid books. If you see, This is how it used to look at one point. So let's talk about the pyramid research. So the famous one of the examples that you see if you start reading pyramid books, especially written in 1970s, one of the example that you'll see talk about is Antoine Bovis. So he writes about how when he goes to a Giza pyramid, he sees that there is a garbage can, and then there are dead cats mummified in there. Naturally, they're just dead cats in a garbage can which are mummified. But what really happened was he created he's a French guy. He created a cardboard pyramid, and he started experimenting with it, and he puts all these dead animals and sees that they are naturally mummified. Now, if they mummify so naturally, why the Egyptians have taken so much effort to embalm them, to mummify them, and put them in, in that, all of that? Why did they do that? We don't know. So apparently he noticed that they are mummifying automatically. Just you throw them in the pyramid and they're mummified. Pretty interesting. And Karel Darbal, after that, in early 1900s, around 1930s, there was a lot of interest in pyramidology, and that people who study pyramids are called pyramidologists. So around that time, a lot of research has come out. Karel Darbal, he was a Czechoslovakian, and in 1940, 50s, Czechoslovakia, if you know about the history, it was a communist, it was a communist country under Russian rule. At that time was very, very, very difficult time, and it was and people were poor. People didn't have money at that time. So you know the statement, necessity is the mother of invention. So at that time he read about pyramids, and he's like, okay, you know what, I don't have money for a razor blade. Why don't I just put this razor blade under a pyramid and see what happens? Maybe something happens. So he puts inside a pyramid a used razor blade, and like this, a line to the north and south. And what he sees after 48 hours is that the razor blade is as new as it can be. And now this tells us that now this is not just some woo-woo happening, some energy, fire in the middle, or house of energy. The physical atomic structures of that blade has changed now. So now this is like changing physical aspects of it. So now that is pretty interesting. So he went to a Czechoslovakian government and said, hey, I want a patent for this. Now he wanted to make some money out of it. He was like, okay, I invented something, I want to make money. They were very strict. They would not just give patent to anybody without, and especially for a patent, you need to repeat your experiments. You can't just have one-time results. You have to repeat and show it. So for that to happen, it took 10 years. So an officer from the patent department used to come with him and work with him to see what are the different factors. How do you get that effect? And in 1950, I think 1950 or 60, he got this patent number 91304 as a Cheops pyramid razor blade sharpener. He got that. So I'm sure he was pretty happy. After 10 years, he received a patent. And at that point in Italy and France, there were a lot of people who were selling things in pyramid shapes. Especially in Italy, there was a milk company that was selling milk cartons in the shape of pyramids. So it was said that the products lasted longer, preserved longer when you put anything in a shape of a pyramid. So Patrick Flanagan, do you guys know who Nikola Tesla is? Nikola Tesla, yes. Okay, good. I'm glad. If you don't know, please read about him. He's one of my favorite guys. And apparently this guy, Patrick Flanagan, is said that he is a reincarnation of Nikola Tesla. He left his body a couple of years back. At the age of 11, he got awarded a lot of patents. He was into MIT. He was He did a lot of great research and he wrote many books on pyramid energy. So he repeated these experiments, not just with pyramid shape, but with many other shapes, but found the results only with the shape of pyramid. So that was pretty interesting. In 1970s, all this research happened. Now, interestingly, in 1990, PSSM started building pyramids in 1990. In the same year, pyramids, there were pyramids built in Russia. Same year, very interesting. And in Russia, again, a communist country, nothing happens without the knowledge of the government. So this guy, Alexander Golard, he's from Ukraine. He worked with the military, the government, and started working on the pyramid shape. And he built this pyramid. Okay, let's go back. This pyramid that you're seeing, which is of a steeper angle. Okay, it is not the Giza angle. It is a steeper angle. It is a man-made pyramid. Around 8 pyramids have been built in and around Russia and Ukraine. This one is one of the most famous one. Where a lot of healing effects happen. This was built with no metal. They used fiberglass and PVC pipes to build this pyramid. They saw that when you used metal in that frequencies, in that angle, it got distorted. So they eliminated metal. Very interesting. So a lot of research has been happened on with this pyramid. And the government itself has sanctioned these projects and built these pyramids. So a lot of benefits were, now let's talk about the research that was done. Effects on solids. They put pepper and salt inside the pyramid and they gave it to the inmates in a prison. They saw that after they ate the food within time, they expressed more benevolent emotions, like being compassionate, being less anger. All of this was started changing. That means it was changing their emotional status, their frequency. Very interesting. Effects on liquids. The oil, there was a lake next to the pyramid. This is actually a real life story for PSSM as well. I went to Dwarka Tirumala, and in that Dwarka Tirumala, one of the lady came in, in the crowd and said, Pari, I want to share with you something. I'm like, yes, what? There was a lake here before the pyramid came. It was very toxic, but as soon as the pyramid came, the lake got purified. So pyramid is somehow affecting the nature around you. The seismic activity, that is the earthquakes, that got lessened with the pyramids after the pyramid has come. Ken Rolla, one of my dear friend who has a website called freshandalive.com. He works with pyramids and he lives in Florida. In Florida, you have a lot of hurricanes. So when he built the pyramid in his area, the hurricanes were getting deflected. The hurricanes were not coming. So the pyramids somehow are affecting the environment around. Now, one of the experiments I've shared due to time here. Again, this was in Russia. So they apparently in one of the hospitals, in the hospital, premature babies were dying due to some illness. So what they did was they were again researching about the pyramids. What they did was they took the pyramid charged water. Okay, what is pyramid charged water? You put the water inside the pyramid and charge it for a few hours, and you take that water. So they created 2 groups of premature babies in the hospital. One group got glucose, normal glucose. The other group got glucose mixed with water, pyramid water. Now, what they saw was the death rate or the mortality rate reduced by 70% for the group which had pyramid water. Then they were like, okay, maybe this is some coincidence. Let's take out maybe there's something in glucose. Let's take out the glucose. So in the next round, they gave only the pyramid charged water to the one group, and to the other group, they gave normal water. Again, the same results. So this astonished that there is something in this pyramid water that is healing. Now you might ask, Pari, if there is something, then why don't we know about it? Why is it not in Times of India? Why is it not in, sorry, in Times or Economic Times or this, or in CNN or BBC? Why is not there everywhere? Why, how is it not there in mainstream? Now, to charge water inside the pyramid and drink, or to make a pyramid, it costs $0. Okay, it doesn't cost anything. It is free to charge inside. Now, if I can heal myself for free, what is the benefit? Now tell me, who gets benefited by us being ill? Who gets benefited by us having to go to hospitals? Now think about it. So if it is free and if it is marketed for free, who is in the loss? So now so that is why it cannot be in mainstream. If you go to Google and type, I have a headache, I have this problem, the first thing you'll see is all the pharmaceuticals. Probably in the second or third page, you will see meditation or yoga or whatever, natural remedies. So anything, so today, in today's world, if I am the biggest billion-dollar industries are what? Pharma industry, oil industry, and meat industry. These are the biggest billion-dollar industries. And of course, along with pornography, that is also a billion-dollar industry. So these are all kept. Even the food that we eat is being poisoned right now. Why is it poisoned? Now think about it. In US, I don't know about Australia, I have to come and check out. In US, I cannot find a watermelon which is seeded, which comes natural. Seedless watermelons, seedless grapes, they are all genetically modified. I go to even our Whole Food store, I cannot find a seeded watermelon. So everything is genetically modified. Everything is changing our DNA. There is no real food anymore. We are not eating any real food, which is a shame. So we are poisoned by food. We are poisoned by the media, what we are seeing, what we are thinking. So everything is working towards our health. So much anxiety, ADHD, children in US, 9-year-old children, girls are getting periods, 9-year-old. So where are we going towards? How is the world going? So this is a time when being sick is normal. Being sick is normal. We go to a conversation, we go to a family gathering, oh, I have diabetes, oh, my thyroid is bad, oh, I have this. This is the normal conversation that we have in everyday life, where health is our birthright. Being healthy is our birthright. It is not a luxury or something great. It is what we are supposed to be. But today, conversations about medical insurances, oh my gosh, I cannot, again in US, I cannot bring my parents here because they don't have insurance. We already assume that they are going to get sick here, and if they get sick here, it's going to be very expensive to have them. So better not have them. So these conversations are our everyday life. I mean, imagine the thought process, imagine our mindset of where we are. So how did this get normalized? There are a lot of things that are happening. Chemtrails. Now, I again, we don't have time, but I'll just mention chemtrails. Google chemtrails, CHEMTRAILS, chemtrails. They are poisonous materials thrown in our atmosphere for different purposes, to make us sick, to mind control, done by the military. So there's a lot happening around us which we are not aware of. We are just putting our heads down like horses, and okay, let's just get through. Let me be happy first. Let me just get through this thing. Let me just get my visa. Let me just get my job. Let me not get laid. Oh, everybody's getting laid. Oh, I hope I am happy. So this kind of blinders we have kept on, and not looking around and just trying to get through survival. This is survival. Tomorrow we are going to talk about stress, and we're going to talk a deeper into this survival. So this is happening in everyday life, and we have tools like pyramids that can change the environment, that can change our own health. Just having pyramid charged water, you take a pyramid, put your water underneath it and drink it every single day. That's what I do. flu season comes, I don't go for flu shot. What I do, I give the whole family pyramid water, pyramid charged water. No flu, nothing. Even if cold comes, in 2 days, it is out. So you can take care of charge of your health, of your family's health, and create a high vibrational environment around you by bringing pyramids, by meditating under a pyramid. So again, as I said, pyramids somehow change the nature around them. Pyramids, today pyramids, in India right now, we have 20,000 pyramids built, small and big. I'm going to show, this is the pyramid water that I used to make at my home before, with crystal energy, pyramid energy, and charge that. And that is what I used to drink and give my family. Pyramid, meditating under a pyramid is called pyramid meditation. When you put a cap on it, or when you sit under a pyramid, it is called pyramid meditation. Effects of pyramid meditation: stress busters, healing, lot of healing from diabetes to cancer, out of body experiences, third eye activations, experiences ranging from calmness to euphoria, raising vibrations. Lot of different experiments have been done, and experiences in the 90s, when there was no internet. People, we used to just sit and meditate and experiment. Okay, oh, I experienced this, oh, I experienced that. This is how we used to learn from each other. This is the next, 2003. So 1992, the first pyramid came in Kurnool. 95, 96, second and third pyramid came in Urukonda and Guntakal. In 2003, the first mega pyramid came, where you can have 5,000 people inside this pyramid. This is in Bengaluru, a must visit pyramid. You have to go here to visit this. This is a small video. So if you want to learn more, go to pyramidvalley.org. Amazing place, definitely must visit. And the next pyramid, which I want to show, is the Maheshwara pyramid. Construction was completed in 2012. About 8,000, 6 to 8,000 people can sit inside the pyramid. Again, a marvelous pyramid. Again, in December 21st to 31st, every year we have Dhyana Mahachakram that happens. Around 50,000 people attend every single day. The biggest highlight is the 3-hour meditation there from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. A beautiful place to be with. And this is, again, this is a small piece from 2019 event, just after the meditation. So every year we have this gathering. This year also we will meet on December 21st for a 10-day celebration of spiritual science. Last year was again, that last year was the first year when father was not there physically. It was beyond words. The amount of the people came in, double, and free food, free accommodation, free entry for 11 days, no charge at all. So anybody who would come will be fed at all 3 times, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Tents were given because 90% of the people came from rural India, villages. They were given free accommodation, and the food was coming from their farms. The food, they, we think like, especially being here, we think after I get my promotion, I'll give 10% donation. After I get this, then I'll give maybe 20%. But these people living in villages have done such marvelous work, have built miraculous that pyramids inside in their villages, give food from their farms to these annadanas. It is incredible. We must, go and learn how to give from them and not wait for something to happen to start giving. So this is a great inspiration story. And again, when we talk about abundance, see, it is when we live in lack, there's only lack. These people have shown incredible ways to live in abundance. So this is one of the events. I invite everyone officially right now to come to this event and be a part of this, especially the morning meditation session. Let's see. Again, these are some pyramids that were built across India. Beautiful pyramids. Now we need a pyramid in Melbourne, in Sydney, in everywhere. Every city needs a pyramid now, and it's you. You are the people who have to initiate this greatness. First, raise the awareness of what pyramid energy is and what it can do for us. So this is, I like this pyramid a lot. This was built all by only women who were expected to only sit in the kitchen and do cooking for the men. These are the women who came out and built the pyramid all on by themselves, collecting money to engineer everything. So this is one of my favorite pyramids. And that is so colorful. I mean, you can see if women are involved, it's just so colorful. So anyways, so these are all the different pyramids that were built, and now you have a choice. You take the blue pill or the red pill. What pill you want to take? What do you want to believe? What is that you want to do? Do you want to just go back to sleep and going back to believing what the world is showing to you, what the matrix is showing to you, or get out of the matrix, create your own reality, create your own destiny? Nobody is sitting there up there writing your destiny every day. You write your own destiny. You create your own reality. So with meditation, with spiritual tools, with understanding spirituality, you now activate that you now get out of the matrix, and live your life. So with this, I end today's session. I am afraid we don't have time for questions, but we have a question and answer day. We will take all of the questions then. Tomorrow, we will be back again for stress, emotional intelligence, understanding deeper dive into stress and what is that, energy leaks. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. We will meet again. I'm sorry, I'm going to end abruptly here. but we will meet tomorrow and learn and maybe get some time for questions.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for wonderful session.
Thank you.